Iman Gadzhi, Jordan Welch, Luke Belmar are some of the top personal brands today. They are able to generate hundreds of millions of views every single month for their business/lifestyle content. But do you think they are able to generate a lot of revenue from doing this? According to what Iman Gadzhi, the man himself, admitted on a podcast, his short form content, which is generating him 300 million views every single month, haven't made him more than $20,000 when he tried to sell some low ticket products.
To give you an understanding, we got 300 million views on our own accounts. We have about 70 accounts now. At some point it was 150. We trimmed it down, 70 accounts. And one of the reasons I actually created Digital Launchpad was because we had these massive accounts, but we weren't monetizing them for years. We weren't monetizing the short form department. So I was like, you know what, we'll create this $37 a month thing. It's gonna sell like hotcakes. I'm gonna be making millions of dollars a month just from this because of the sheer amount of eyeballs and traffic. We put it out, I shit you not, within the first month we made 30 grand. And I just took it off because they're non-buyers.
Yeah.
They're simply not buyers.
It is as embracing as rewarding a Starbucks after winning a world championship. These people talk about the education system, the banking system, becoming a millionaire in the early 20s, and so on and so forth. All they are doing is persuading as many people as possible into their unconventional way of thinking, which is starting a business, so that they start a business and eventually buy their product around starting a business. Now, I don't want to talk about the model here, but because they talk about shallow things like the education system, they end up attracting shallow people who can't even afford to pay their taxes. Now, Iman Gadzhi have made a lot of money regardless of this situation, but I'm talking about his lifestyle content in and of itself. If the top people are crying, the bottom ones are homeless. You don't want to make content around your lifestyle and build a personal brand. That's not going to get you anywhere. So what do you do instead? Build a practitioner brand. I talk about this all the time. When you become the epicenter of your personal brand, which is the case with people like Iman Gadzhi, it becomes really hard for you to monetize your audience. You are talking about anything that interests you without a constraint, which means all of your audience came for completely different reasons. Some might like your perspective about education system, some might like your perspective about personal branding. You don't even know what value exchange caught their attention, and because you are not the expert in what you say, you can't even build a profitable business. Now, there is a common misconception. When your brand grows, people trust you regardless of your expertise. That's not true. You don't go to Alex Hormozy for any advice on sleep. You either go to Andrew Huberman or Matthew Walker. You want to change the epicenter from you to your practice. If you are a LinkedIn marketer, this can be LinkedIn. If you are a sleep expert, this can be sleeping. If you sell chocolates, this can be chocolates. Whatever is that you specialize in or you spend most of your time practicing to become good at and build a business around, that is your epicenter. Your brand should be built around that. Three of the greatest examples will be Andrew Huberman, Dr. K, and Wing Gian Kwang. They all are masters of their practice and their content is all about their practice. What happens here is because all of your audience came for one singular outcome, which is getting better at sleep or communication or mental health or whatever your practice is, you get to build a profitable brand from day one. You don't have to have 100 million views and expect something will happen soon. You get to sell your stuff from day one. It isn't that difficult. The goal here is to become the most trusted authority in your space while having the most influence/audience in your subject matter. Like Wing Yang Kwang, who is one of the top practitioner brands around communication, you will have 80,000 students who is paying you to learn communication from you. That's ridiculous and will be never possible if he tried to build a brand around his irrational thoughts around education system, relationships, or whatsoever. A personal brand might make you a couple $1,000,000 if you become the top in the world, regardless of the industry. While a practitioner brand can make you hundreds of millions if you become the top just in your subject matter. I'm not saying it's easy, neither am I saying you should go for hundreds of millions, but this game is a positive sum game. You will have returns in variety of ways, unlike personal branding. If you are a serial entrepreneur, you can become a strategic advisor or a partner in almost all of the companies in your subject matter if you become the top one in your industry through practitioner branding. That's all for this video. I hope you liked. I will see you on the next one.